What is up, guys? Dr. Typo here, and I am back on Destiny to show you how to get everybody's new favorite exotic pulse rifle, the No Time to Explain. And I've got all the time in the world to explain how you're going to get this pulse rifle. First thing you're going to want to do is load up the mission Paradox when it is the daily heroic. Luckily for you, that is today, which is November 5th, 2015. So load this mission up. As soon as you go inside the Vault of Glass, once you come up to the little entrance door, there's going to be this ledge here you're going to want to kind of jump down to. This can be kind of difficult. It might take you a couple attempts to actually get that jump perfect. However, as soon as you get it, no big deal. You'll be like, oh wow, that was pretty easy. I could do this on all three of my characters, no big deal. And then you will begin to proceed through the maze that will eventually lead you to the first boss room in this, and you're going to be picking up these ghosts along the way. These are exactly the whole reason you're here, is to pick up, I'm pretty sure it's three of Praedyth's ghosts. It might be four. I'm pretty sure it's only three. You're going to pick up 3 ghosts, and then after that, the mission's going to end. You will have completed somewhat of a bonus objective, and this is what you need to do to start the quest for the No Time to Explain. Now, of course, I'm going to show you where all 3 of these ghosts are at in this video, but they are kind of spread out. That's the unfortunate part. So there is going to be some jumping here, some jumping there, some running around here, some running around there. And then eventually you're going to have to kill some people, and I'm pretty sure that the end thing that you have to kill, big ass Minotaur, he's not very happy to see you. He is really displeased that you came into his home, and he's going to try to kill you with all of his might, and he does a pretty good job at it. It's a pretty tough fight. So if you have friends who still haven't done this, or if you have friends who are just more than happy to help you, by all means recruit and solicit their help, because you're probably going to need it. And even if you don't need it, you're still going to want it to streamline this and make it that much easier. Now, as I said before, a lot of this is really going to be just going off of the beaten path and picking up a couple different ghosts. These are just random items that for whatever reason are going to give you a little bit of a history lesson on Praedyth, and you're going to be able to get the exotic weapon from it, which is really the whole reason we're here. Anyways, after you clear that encounter in that original boss room with the Templar, go ahead and go the route that you would go to get the secret chest. This is where you're going to find your second ghost, and obviously it's necessary if you want the weapon. It's a little bit confusing in here running around and shit, because it can be, you know, obviously in some areas it's a little bit darker than others, and I mean there's really only one way you can go, and that's forward and down. And I mean, I don't mean, you know, tilt your control stick forward and pray that you're going to actually get there. Instead, I mean, actually pay attention to where you're moving around, but the only way that you're going to go is one way. Obviously, you're not going to be able to go back the way you came from, because it's a lot of falling. But this is just really linear, despite the fact that it's a little bit of a maze. It's really linear, so just try not to get confused or, you know, lost in the maze, you know, if you're doing this by yourself anyways, because it can be, you know, like I said, confusing if you're by yourself. If you don't have a guide like myself, I have a buddy who's leading me around doing all of these right now, then I have no problem getting through these. After you pick up that second ghost, you're going to progress through this mission normally. So finish going through that little secret chest tunnel that we just went through and finish the mission normally, but you're not going to talk to Praedyth. Instead, what you're going to do is you're going to just kill the Gorgon or whatever that is that's flying around, the Templar. I don't know what he is. The big fat thing that shoots explosive lasers at you. You're going to kill him, just like you would in the mission normally. However, this time, after we kill him, we're not going to go, you know, we're not going to go to where Praedyth's body is at least not right away, if we go there at all. And I'm pretty sure we're not going there at all. Instead, what you do is you kill the Gorgon, and then you progress through the raid normally. You're going to find the door that has the fire at it, or however you know where to find the door to go through the raid normally, and then you're going to go to a part of the raid that actually in year 1 players thought was something, and it turns out it was nothing, at least in year 1 anyways. But in year 2, it's a little bit of a big deal, because what you're going to be doing is going through that jumping puzzle, the one, you know, where the platforms pop up and then disappear from the Vault of Glass. I'm pretty sure that you remember exactly what it is that I'm talking about. You're going to be going to that jumping puzzle. When you get there, you're going to complete it, except this time, instead of going off to the right where Atheon is at, you'll be going to the left where there is a portal instead. And now this is where the fun really begins. After you go through this portal, you are going to have one hell of a fight on your hands. That Minotaur I told you about at the very beginning, he's not, just your standard run-of-the-mill Minotaur. First off, he's going to be taken, so at least he'll have a crit point. You do have that to look forward to. However, he is going to be spawning an endless amount of ads. Endless. So my biggest suggestion here for this fight, and this honestly will probably make it the easiest in my personal opinion anyways, is to bring something like a Sunslinger Warlock with you, maybe 2 of them, and then a Gunslinger Hunter, have him wearing the Celestial Nighthawk, and just make orbs for him. Because as long as you're spawning those orbs, and he's getting golden guns back, it's going to go real quick. You're going to kill the Minotaur, you're going to kill everything in the room. You got a hunter who's doing 600% damage with his golden gun. This is definitely ideal for what it is that we're trying to do. So please, use this if you have it, because this fight is very rough. Like I said, the ads he spawns are infinite. They will not stop. No matter how many you kill, they will not stop. And I'm not 100% if you get Glimmer from them. If you do, then this might not be a bad area to farm Glimmer, at least on the days, that this mission is the daily heroic. However, this is a very, very hard fight. For only 3 people, it's actually kind of surprising. Even if you're geared, I'm pretty sure in this video, I'm at least 308, if not higher. I might be 310, and it was pretty rough. However, it is worth it. The No Time to Explain is without a doubt one of the best pulse rifles in the game. Anytime that you get a precision hit, it's going to refill your magazine, just like the Bad Juju. Bad Juju does that, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure it does. No, Bad Juju, you chain body shots, get a precision hit, something like that. Bad Juju's badass too, badass pulse rifle. But it's not the No Time to Explain. And now I have even some more unfortunate news for those of you who have, had an issue with this, a little bit of a hard time. This is not the only step. There's still a couple of more things you're going to have to do. Now, this is probably the hardest step out of all of them, but it is not the only step. But of course, if you're not a patient person, then this probably is one of the easiest steps, because it's something that you could go do right now, or at least when it's the daily heroic, and that might be a little bit more impatient than anything else. But the hardest step is probably going to have to be waiting a week. That's right, that's what you're in for next. You will be waiting 1 week until resets, and then you will be able to get the next leg of this quest. I know, Bungie, F you for making all these timed exclusives. What are you thinking? This is kind of just a waste, 1 or 2, not so bad, but when you make me have to wait for a particular date for something, and then I have to wait a whole week to continue it, they only do this one time, so this is the only time you're going to get this. You're only going to have to wait, just this one time right here, but whatever, I guess it is what it is. So I guess I will see you guys on the next step in a week, or maybe sooner for those of you who are already on that step. I will definitely not hesitate to put a video up on that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Take 2 and call me in the morning.
Wait, I think this is